Hello and welcome to What's Map for Cities Skylines, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. There are thousands of items on the workshop now, so finding the right one for your next city build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review some using our 5-star rating and the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture out to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. BonBon here. How you doing? Well, I'm sorry if I've let you down this weekend and you were hoping for a special on Sunday. Last week was such a busy week, and so actually the week before as well, that I haven't had time. But I'm now getting back on top of things. Things are falling back into place, and there should be a Sunday. I can't see any reason why there won't be a Sunday special next week. In fact, I've already started on it. There may even be a Monday special, because we're getting close to Skylines Talk. We won't be ready to launch Skylines Talk next Monday, but I think a special edition telling you who's coming up and when might be in order. So things to look forward to. Also to look forward to is today's map, which is a beauty. It's Southern Autumn Valley by 33 Shin 33, who we have done before in the past, and this is glorious. Look at that, there's your start square. It looks very busy, doesn't it? It looks like you haven't got too much build space, but we'll move on from that. There is your resources. Not too much to play with there, okay. And then to the workshop, what do you need? And the answer is quite a few bits. I won't read them all out, you can pause and have a look yourself. And there is a Southern Tundra theme created by 33 Shin 33 himself, or herself, I think him. Yeah, a little nod also to all the asset creators, and also a nod to Return Zero and some guy called Hendrik, who I've heard of, not sure where from. Right, we've got the two roads, the highway, and it separates. Now, we'll look at that one in a second. Going down this route, because this route I'm not so keen on, okay? I don't mind it separating, going around the mountain. That's fine by me. Then we go elevated here, and it stays elevated, and it's a slow, gentle curve. You know, can't really grumble too much about that. I mean, it meets up with the other highway here. But look at this other highway. The other highway is an even more gentle curve. And there's certainly room to build the second highway along here. And I think I would have preferred not being clever and going around the mountain, having both coming together around on the smoother curve. That's my preference. Also down here, a little bit of glitching going on down here. Not too much, a little bit terraform glitching. You do see this from time to time, and it is fixable. It's very minor, and I feel a bit harsh. We'll see something similar to that in a minute. Nowhere near as bad, and just to show that you can have the same sort of glitching and it looks good. That one for me didn't look good. Anyway, the roads drift apart, but it looks like it's been by design, so we can let that one go. Very happy with that. And now we go in elevated here to get up high to go across this. There you go. See, minor, similar sort of problem there, but it looks realistic, that one, as opposed to the first one. Over this very nice. It's elevated. I think you can get your ferries under that if you need to. It looks a bit rocky for ferries, but it's doable. And then we're into the main build plane, and you can see plenty of build plane. You have lots of fun out here. Lots of lovely mountains for your backdrop, for your city. And then we've got a second bridge here, which is perfect bridge. Another perfect bridge. Gotta like a perfect bridge. While we're doing this, while we're going, click like now. Go on, do it now. Go on, do it now. It says it on the screen, do it. Well done. Right, here's your start square, and this is a very nice turbo looking interchange. Liking the slopes on these, by the way. The slopes are nice and gentle, nothing too high, there's no street lamps clipping through. There's one or two that get a bit close. Let me find that one for you. Where are you? There it is. So there you go. That's got its head in the concrete, but to be honest with you, I'm happy to let those go. So nice interchange, and then over here, this is very nice. Look, we've got all these trees demolished so you can build your highway. They've already started work on it for you. A little bit overgrown, so we haven't got around to it quickly enough, maybe. Over here, this is very pretty. This is where you're going to be starting your city. That is very nice indeed. You can even get up into the mountains there. Very nice. Yeah, a little bit glitchy on the side of the road there. could have been fixed. Just a tiny little touch up with the Move It tool. Anyway, long climb here for the Arctics. They'll get to this little elevated section. And now it goes, although it's going uphill, it goes downhill for me a little bit here. This elevated section, oh, it doesn't feel real. I know you've got to get up into the mountains. Okay, I know that. But this just feels like too much of a project. And as I don't believe we're in China, we could be in China. I don't think there's many countries in the world that would have gone and built this massive flyover. Here, like I say, it goes elevated here. It should go on the right side. There you go. Elevated here, when I think it could have stayed level at that point to get across the river. And then it would have been a little bit lower at the top. Let's go down to the bottom. I want to view this from the bottom. So rather than starting the elevated section there, how about somewhere around about here? So that's 2 units already. And then maybe done some terraforming, landscaping, getting up to about this point, and then going elevated, maybe across to this point here. Then done terraforming to build the land up again to get to there, and then going in at land level there to put a bridge across at land level rather than elevated. I think that would have smoothed the whole process out a little bit and look a bit more realistic. This bridge here, humpbacked highway bridge. I think yes, but slightly less so. Just drop that hump down a little bit. It's just taking that at national speed limit might leave your stomach in the roof of the car, possibly. Unless you're a night rider, of course, in Kit 2000. Okay, and then we're going either side of this little mountain thing here. And then we've got a bit of a drop on the right. I'd like seeing some sort of like barriers along there for safety. Yeah, we haven't, so there you are. Right, the rail, it looks elevated, and that's because it is. And that makes it easy to get started here, like we don't need to do a ramp to get up there. And this is very pretty across the blue. Comes back down the ground level. And it's like, this is all good. Yeah, good rail, yeah? Yeah. And then we get this. Okay. This is not too steep, but I would like to have seen that ramp start about here. And just ease that. Just ease it in. We're already elevated. It's going to cost nothing to do it. Just to get up there. Then when we're up here, yeah, this is okay. It's nice and level and flat. I like that. And we're coming back down to ground level. It's not too bad. I think it's just been smoothed out a little bit more there. And then we're at what must be a station. There. Ground level on this side, elevator on the other. Now, a train starting up there has got no chance of making up the ramp from a standing start. So I would argue that that's a minor flaw there. This I loathe. This interchange here, rail interchange, I just loathe it. Okay, let's have a better look at it. So first of all, that's not too bad. That's nice and smooth down to ground level there. But look at the climb on that. Look at how high it goes and how quickly it goes to this height. Then it stays level before climbing more to get up into these mountains. And when we get to the top, where it's groundish level, a little, we'll come back and have a look at that in a second. But yes, and then we're saying elevated all the way. Once again, I think it's just too much. And then a bit of a drop down to the ground again for this industrial section. And this line, first of all, this elevation here could have been slower and smoother and not so high. And all this elevated section here could have been not so high and just gently climbing up to this point. That could have been much, much smoother. And then around here, yeah, we've got, this is elevated slightly more. Could have stayed down at ground level easily here. Okay, elevated at ground level, but you know what I mean. And then down here, all of this is, like I say, way, much too high. Anyway, we'll follow this down here. But look here, then we're going up the hill there from that point. So this ramp's coming down to ground level and going back up. This one, it could start the ramp a lot earlier there and just smooth. The whole thing could be smoother. That's what I'm trying to say. The whole process could be smoother. And here is, well, I'm guessing your passenger goods area. Passenger goods area? Turn around. Anyway, that's there. Where's your start square, though? It's all the way over, there. But where's the rail? I've lost the rail again. Oh. Right, okay, asset time. Back to Assetville. This one reminds me of that first bank in Grand Theft Auto 5 when you have to do the missions, you know, the multiplayer missions. Great fun. It's first Skyline Bank branch by KingLeno. Ah, he's so good. You've got two assets here. You've got the sign and you've got the bank. But yeah, this just reminds me of that first mission where you drive off with your buddy and you have to break in and steal some cash or something. There we are. It's a lovely, well, of course it's a lovely asset. It's KingLeno. Why wouldn't it be a lovely asset if it's KingLeno? There you go. Right, it's now theme and LUT time. New theme and new LUTs this week. BrokenHill Australia by pdelmo. And we are using Relight Average. For the whole week, you're going to get to see the full sequence split over 6 days. Right, it's factoid time. Get yourselves ready. Prince Philip, the Queen's husband, doesn't really enjoy horse racing, you know. That's not the factoid, though. He's rumoured to conceal a transistor radio in his top hat. A radio. So that he can listen to the cricket results. And quite right, too. I could just see him there with the radio under his top hat. Brilliant. And then Victorian ladies were advised never to place books by male and female authors next to each other on their library shelves, unless the authors were married. Right. There you go. Victorian England. How smitten can we be? Yeah, where are we? Shipping routes. Yes. This one's fine. This one's fine. Got a little close to the coast for a moment, but it's fine. And then it just finds its way through and out there to the fog. Brilliant. Water flow. Well, we've got rivers, and they're real rivers. I can see here we've got water flow here. Now, this is the one bit I have a minor issue with. I have no problem with the source, really. And it's like dead ends here. So we've got a drain here. I don't feel that we need one. We could have had it as like a, I don't know, possibly as a lake. But if you could have fed the water, see, you've got this river comes down this way. It's more of a stream, actually. If we just fed all the water down this route and down here into the main river, I think I would have preferred it. That said, there's not too much wrong with what we've got to work with, and there is a drain there to sump things away. Water flow out to sea is a little bit light, but I'm pretty sure that's not going to be a problem. Certainly playable. Anyway, there we are. Now let's have a look at the overall. So that's your 25 squares in the middle, and most of that is kind of workable with some mountains. And the mountains around the edge of the map, well, that's just for a show, but you can get out there and into that area. Not much build space there. We got the Essential Lighthouse. Ah, the Essential Lighthouse. How pretty with that backdrop, eh? And then around this side of the island, we've got another Essential Lighthouse. I quite like that as well. A bit difficult to get into these. They could have been dropped a little bit more into the landscape, possibly, but that's not too bad. We've got an abandoned village out here as well, with the old burnt out shacks and the cemetery, which is probably needed for all the burnt out shacks. Screaming alive, let me out of here. We've got another island out here. I'm guessing it's an island, but it's all connected to this side of the map. Now this little river, I'm just going to talk about water sources. Now normally I'm the first to moan if I don't believe it, see water jumping out the side of a mountain, but this is quite light flow. And like here, I just see in both of these, even though they're not realistic, as far as I see it, I'm buying into both of those, and I like it. Okay, I just wanted to say that because I'm normally the first to moan about it. I always say hide it, disguise it, but no, that works for me. What else have we got? I've got the castle. This is quite a nice castle. It's good shape. It's got a good location, a nice view. I've got the cemetery outside, and we've got a bit of a gate going on here. And marked out with these stones is the path to the two main buildings. I think the stones are a little bit oversized for their purpose, but you know, what are you going to do? What are you going to do about it, eh? It's fine. Stop moaning, BonBon. I'm not moaning. I'm not moaning. This is very pretty, by the way, down here. In amongst all the look at that. Beautiful little green and multicoloured garden. Garden of Eden up in the mountains there. Beautiful. very nice indeed. Now, more details. Look at this. We zoom in on this little little note from the creator. Yes, we found it. No mods, no DLCs. Well done. But that's not the only message. I'm sure there's more. I might even have missed some, but over here somewhere. No, not down there. There's where are you? In there? Yeah, there it is. Right. Timbo. No, not Timbo. All. Awesome. Maybe. All. I don't know. In the north. I don't know. Somebody can explain that to me. That would help. I'm a bit lost with that one. But that isn't everything either. Let's have a quick scout around. Now we've got this hell pit here, right? I thought it was just rubble at the bottom at first. I thought, oh look, there's those cars down here and stuff like that. But if you look at it the right way up, spin it around. There it is. Not pennies, and then over here, boat. Not pennies, boat. I don't know. I just don't know. Obviously a deliberate thing. An interesting, fun little addition to the map. Yeah, I don't think you get extra points for it, but I think you get a little nod from BonBon. There, my little nod there. And if we come down here, we'll find a pretty location to do the scores. Okay, how about here? This is quite nice, isn't it? Okay, aesthetically, I like it. Okay, it's very nice. I think it could be nicer, but it's still very nice. 4 stars, definitely. Happy with that. Detailing, on the whole, is pretty good. Yes, I've moaned about the roads and the rails and all sorts of little, but way above average for detail, so I'm going to give that a 4th star. But we will talk about road and rail in a second. Gameplay potential, nothing holding this map back at all. Okay, I think possibly an extra connection or 2 would be good. But that said, I definitely think 4 stars for gameplay. And so, Southern Autumn Valley by 33 Shin 33, 3 lots of 4 stars. You get the BonBonB seal of approval. Well, no, sorry, I can't do it. Those elevated roads and rails, just too off-putting for me. You can give it your own seal of approval, but for me, high marks, but I just can't. I can't quite recommend it. So anyway, thanks for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing. Join me tomorrow for another map in the What's Map series. Click the link on the left to see the latest video and the one on the right to see another What's Map. The big circle to subscribe. Of course, you can join me over on Patreon as well, where I've got a full list of all the maps and everything that you might have missed. And we also vote on maps for Friday's show as well, and you want to be part of that, don't you? Anyway, that's it. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day and thanks for watching. See you later.